Hello, and welcome to Unexplained Possibilities Podcast. I'm your host, Melvin the Crimson Taurus, and boy oh boy, happy Mother's Day, do we have a special one for you. So it's been a while since she has been on Unexplained Possibilities, actually more than a while, and it's even been a while since I want to say she's been popping around the magic community. But I am happy to say she is back live, reloaded, and getting ready to tell us an unforgettable life story. Please welcome Kayla.
Hello.
So, Kayla, welcome back. How are you?
I'm good. Got out of Florida, moved to the sticks in the country. Life's been good.
The country living. So, do you miss Florida at all?
Absolutely not.
Really? Oh, all right. You don't get hurricanes
Yeah,
where you are currently, do you?
no, but apparently we get tornadoes, so I learned that the other day.
Okay, so pick your poison. There we go. Hit the wrong button there. Sorry, guys. It should be back now. Oops. But yeah, pick your poison, tornado or hurricane. Man, you could keep that stuff. I'll just deal with my earthquakes that I normally sleep through.
Yeah,
So, but Kayla, I said this before. I'm going to say it again. You look really good.
thank you.
You look happy too. That's the other thing.
I am. I am engaged and I'm getting married in August. I
August.
got
Mm.
sober, so my body feels healthier too.
Yeah, so sorry, boy. She's off the table. You missed out. But
He did really good on the ring.
oh yeah, look at that. You guys really missed out. Yeah. I guess sorry girls, you missed out.
Yeah, he's a good
Um,
one.
so just for my own curiosity, any reason for August or it's just whatever was open?
It's just whatever was open. We wanted to get married at the beginning of the year, but then the planning kind of gave us a nervous breakdown. So we figured August would be a good month.
Okay. That works. Oops, and I hit the wrong button again. Oh no, we're still there though. It didn't go away. Oh, okay. So something has changed. Look at that. I'm competent. Finally. Ooh. All right. So, Kayla, you have been away for a minute, which isn't always a bad thing because we do need breaks from certain energies, we'll say. And the magic
Yeah.
community, it's filled with a lot of energies. Oh, dear Lord, is it? But moving away from it, how do you feel about that and kind of popping back in, at least on Unexplained anyway?
Well, I didn't like what I kind of did was just like stepped into the shadows a bit. Like I was still practicing. I just really did not have the time or attention to focus to other people because getting sober by myself was not the easiest thing to do. And a lot of people in the community kind of have issues with that. So I just didn't really want to be surrounded by it.
Yeah, and that's one of the weird things I've noticed. It's a lot of drug use and alcohol abuse when it comes to various occult communities, and I don't understand why that is because I would think that would block you and stop you from uh, speaking to spirit or hearing, feeling, doing what you actually need to do to get an outcome that you're looking for.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely does. Like when I was going through all of that, like my dream recollection was like slim to none. Like I didn't really feel my spirits around me the way that I used to.
Mhm.
And in regards to like why it's such a common issue, I think it takes some really crazy things in your life to where you have in your mind, oh, the solution is to go to demons.
Mhm.
So I think that might be why so many people are attracted to it. That's just my logic, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're in a dark place, like you said, go to the dark beans.
Yeah.
Oh, and hello, paranormal witch. Welcome.
Hey,
So,
hey.
so what about angels, though? Just out of curiosity, how do you feel about them? Can you go to them if you are on the dark side, or is that a no-no?
No, I definitely think you can. I had done a ritual years ago, reaching out to Shemyaza, and that, to be quite frank with you, scared the brakes off of me. That was kind of like how the Christian church portrayed what demons would be like. Like, I feel like it's kind of inverted. Like, their energies are really, really strong. And when he showed up, my house rumbled and there was a crack of lightning that shook my house. And it was
Oh,
not raining or storming. So I thought that I had done something wrong. It really scared me. That
yeah.
was the one and only time I reached out to an angel. So
Okay. It was like, maybe not for me. Let's
yeah,
go somewhere else. And yeah, happy Mother's Day, paranormal witch. Hopefully you are being treated like a queen by your kiddos, and if not, well, you can finger wag at them. Um, it's interesting too with the angel thing because from what I understand, they're very picky with who they will go to, and they don't just show up to anyone. I mean, of course, we talk about the power of prayer and everything like that, but sometimes, and I'm going to be the bad guy and say it, it does fall on deaf ears. Sometimes you have to pray to yourself. But that being said, angels are very interesting to me and just sort of weird. I do think that demonic entities are more approachable because I think they're willing to will and deal with anyone. As long as you do right, they will do right. But I think as soon as you do wrong or whatever, you're gonna get it.
yeah, yeah. They're interesting because it's like you have to think of it this way. Like there's fallen angels, and then there's actual angels who are kind of like working through God's will, and like, God's his boss. So like they're very, very strict. I can't speak on that because I haven't worked with those, but Shemyaza is like the leader of the Watchers, so he was a fallen
Yeah.
angel.
Oh. So how much would it take for you to try to contact him again?
I mean, it's not that like I want it. I don't have a reason to right now.
Oh, and that's the magic thing. Have a reason. Don't mess with
Yeah.
stuff if you don't have a reason to. You'll be happier that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't still don't know what to make of that because like when I did the ritual, like I believe you have to finish the ritual, right?
Hmm.
So like this was back when my sister was living with me and we were really close with our neighbors in our duplex. And they came rushing in my house, like totally interrupted the entire thing. And I'm like, you gotta go. Like, I mean, I finished the ritual, but it was just bizarre how it happened. And then when I went to bed that night, I had a dream that I was sitting in the back seat of a car, and his sigil that I was using had a little lightning bolt in it. I got struck with lightning in my dream and like everything went white and I died. And I mean, I woke up obviously,
Yeah.
but it was, yeah, that was probably the most powerful like ritual contact experience I've ever had.
You can probably write a book about that. That's wild.
Yeah.
And but that's not the only experience you've had. At least, the only one with the angel, but with the goetic entities. Oh boy, they
Yeah.
helped you find a path to sobriety because you've battled with addictions. What addictions did you battle with?
So my drug of choice was heroin. And then anytime that like I had, a good day and I had extra money, I would do everything else in the sun with it. So like meth, crack, I've done almost everything, unfortunately.
Oh,
Um,
meth. Oh gosh, you got lucky.
yeah.
You still look human.
Thank you. I always joke that it's the formaldehyde and all the heroin I used to do.
It created a barrier. Okay. But yeah, so let's dive into it because I am curious, and I don't think I've ever heard like the full shebang of your story. And thank you for sharing it with us. And yeah, let's jump into it. So I don't even know how we start out. Like, yeah, just take the wheel. You start wherever you want because I don't know where to begin with this.
I'm gonna pay attention to the clock so I can keep track of time. So I guess we'll start with like how I grew up. Um, I grew up in a really nice middle class family home. Um, my dad had a good job, and my mom ended up being a stay-at-home mom for a while. So growing up, I was forced to go to church, and church never really like resonated with me. Like I remember getting in trouble when I was a little kid in Bible school because I was arguing with the Bible school teacher saying that the story of Jonah in the whale didn't make sense because if the whale really swallowed him, the stomach acid would kill him,
You, you, you brought logic to the illogical.
Yeah, yeah, and I just kind of like noticed over time, anytime like I asked for what I thought was a logical question, like I got shunned for it. Like, don't question the text, don't question God, this and that. Um, so I was like real rebellious growing up because, my mom wanted like a girly girl. And I just wasn't that. Like I was in karate, I played baseball with the boys. I mean, even as a kid, I didn't understand why I couldn't run around with my shirt off because the boys had their shirts off.
Yeah.
Like I was just in my own world dancing to the own beat of my drum. So, I revolted a lot due to that, and it caused issues in my family structure. And it made me really angry. Like I was a super angry kid all the way up, honestly, until like my 30s, I was angry. Um, Trying to think of where to go here. So what led me into heroin, because I mean that's not just something like somebody's gonna pick up,
Yep.
like everybody's told heroin is bad, drugs are bad, don't touch them. Um, when I was like bullied really bad too as a kid. So I ended up way back in the day, back when Facebook had just kind of started.
Hmm.
There was this dating app called Hot or Not.
Oh
It sounds
gosh.
silly. Yeah, but I was like 13 at the time, I want to say. And before I got to that point, due to all the bullying and stuff, I like would self-harm and I would cut myself. And
Oh.
that's like really where my addiction happened because for me it wasn't hurting myself why I did it. It was the throbbing pain. Like I became like addicted to that feeling that like took me out of myself for a little bit.
Okay.
Um so I ended up meeting this guy on Facebook, and I talked to him for a really long time. Um, I ended up getting kicked out of high school. I was the first person kicked out of my high school because it was a new school. And my parents, they put me in military school.
Oh shoot.
Um,
Okay. Wow.
yeah, that was comical. I was like a scene kid at that time. I don't know if anybody remembers that,
They can
but
they can Google it. Don't worry.
yeah, my name was Kayla Kool-Aid. I
Oh my
had
God. I
coon
like that.
tails. Yeah, I had coon tails and a reverse mullet. So in military school, you have to put your hair up in a perfect bun. Well, my hair did not do that because it was a reverse mullet and it was like firecrackers coming out of the back of my head. So due to that, I ended up getting about 500 hours worth of tours. And what tours are is you take like a fake 12-pound gun and you have to walk back and forth. And each tour is an hour. So
Ooh.
I was just like drowning in punishment and there was no end in sight. So we had formations and I had missed the concert that I wanted to go to due to my punishment. So the colonel came out during formation and was like, Mavrikas, where were you this weekend? Like yelling and screaming at me in front of everybody in formation. And I was actually there, like I did my tour that weekend. So I got really mad and started lipping off at him. And he was like, "Who do you think you're talking to?" And I was like, "You, mother effer." The colonel didn't like that too much. So he ended up sitting on me for 3 hours in
Wait,
his office.
sitting?
Yeah.
Legit?
Yeah, legit sitting on me in his office for 3 hours. Because the BDUs, right? Like what you see like military people deployed in, I
Mhm.
had to wear those. And I was so tiny and still am tiny that the clothes didn't fit me.
Mhm.
So I would wear like normal, regular clothes underneath to feel clothed. So he saw that and just freaked out and thought I was going to rip my BDUs off and like try to walk home, which I had done before in the past there. So
Okay.
it was fair to think that. But yeah, he sat on me for 3 hours, a huge 300-pound, like mean mugging black man.
That's
And
insane.
yeah, I mean, I was like hell on wheels at that age, but
Well,
so
understandable, like, because look, a lot of people don't believe it when I say I actually have a short temper at times and I don't like being spoken down to. It
yeah,
really, it just, especially from someone who's an alleged authority figure, it drives me bonkers. And, I remember one time in high school, I lost my mess and I threw a desk at the teacher. He
yeah,
just so happened to be out of the way. So I get where you're coming from. I
yeah,
understand, but that's uncalled for. Sitting on you, and you are tiny. You're like 5'2" or something, if that.
yeah. I was shorter at that time
Yeah.
too.
Okay.
But it did not go over well with the parentals. So I was in therapy and all of a sudden, like we had an emergency therapy session and I was informed that I was going to get sent to wilderness camp. So I don't know if anybody like remembers that. There's some documentaries and stuff on it on Netflix now. But the place that I ended up getting sent to got shut down for being unethical. So I spent 13 and a half months in the woods and it was like prison. So it
Mm-hmm.
was a level 4 maximum security. The highest in that state was a level 5, and that was juvenile prison. So I was the only person there who was not court ordered to be there. And it was really expensive too. So like my college budget kind of got used up for that.
Mm-hmm.
And I got beat up every single day for 6 months until like I just kind of snapped. And I sent a girl to the hospital and it was weird too because it worked like prison, where like you had the pod boss, right? And everybody followed what they said. So when that happened, I became the pod boss, kind of essentially, but I was like a chill pod boss, like I didn't want to be involved in anything. And I just sat and read my books all day while everybody else tried to murder each other.
Okay.
So yeah, it was in North Carolina in the mountains. So like I legitimately lived in tents that we had built we would have to cut down the pine trees and like scrape the bark off of it and build like little log cabins. So I found out while being there that I had a condition called Raynaud's disease. It sounds serious, but it's not. Basically, my arteries close up faster than other people's when it's 50 degrees or lower.
Oh,
So I ended up, my hands and my feet almost turned black from this, and I couldn't walk. And they would not get me medical attention. They kept saying, oh, it's athlete's foot and she's trying to leave. So that place, like, I got no education really. Like, their idea of school was like once a week for 2 hours. And the questions were like, what's 6 times 2? So I had to teach myself my entire sophomore and junior year of high school there. And I ended up failing my end of course like tests by the state because I wasn't taught anything,
yeah.
you know. The program also had every 5 weeks you could go home for like 2 days. So when I got there, I I ran away with the guy on Facebook, the Hot or Not app.
Okay.
And I ended up getting stuck in human sex trafficking during that. And that was the first time that I did heroin. And it wasn't willingly, like it was against my will, but I was really, really traumatized from that.
Mhm.
I got diagnosed with PTSD, and I wasn't able to go out in public for 13 and a half months because everybody looked like somebody from behind. Um, so I finished this program. They found me. The cops did, and I got sent back to the wilderness camp.
Oh, Christ.
So yeah, I needed to be in a mental institution, to be quite frank with you, not there. Like I needed professional help and I didn't get it. So um yeah, I had an option to go back home, and I decided not to, and I just stayed in trap houses instead. Um So I ended up just being like an alcoholic after that and had a really bad issue with Xanax too. And so I want to say 20 years old was when I first started doing heroin willingly. And it was just kind of like I did that, and that was like everything that I had yearned for, like feeling wise, like everything went away. And like I
So
was instantly hooked.
it was almost like escapism.
Yeah, like I used to take myself outside of myself.
Mhm.
Like I just didn't want to feel feelings. Like it was just like a numbing thing for me.
Yeah. So
So,
this is a dumb question. It's a really
yeah.
dumb question because you know how I am. I know diddly squat about anything. How do you take heroin? Like, do you like stick a needle in you? Do you ingest it? How does that work?
So you can do it lots of different ways. You can snort it, you can smoke it, and you can do it IV, like
Okay.
shooting it up. So the first time I did it, I actually overdosed. Like immediately, I turned purple, and the EMS got called, and they had to resuscitate me. I got out of the hospital, and I went back to the same dope dealer like immediately.
Oh.
So I went pretty hardcore with it. I started snorting it, but then went to IV pretty quickly.
Hmm.
Um, Rehab started happening like maybe 2 years after that.
Okay.
Um, but I mean, I just wasn't in a place to where like I wanted to get clean, you know, like I wanted it, but I didn't.
Yeah, and that's the funny thing because if you don't want it, you're not going to get clean. no matter what, you're always going to find a reason to take a hit. I'm trying to be hip here. Take a hit or whatever. So,
Yeah. Yeah, it was the hard thing about heroin too is like the withdrawal, it can't kill you, but you're so sick that it's like extremely difficult to get through the withdrawal. So, trying to see where I should take us. I feel like I'm all over the place. I'm
no, it's
sorry.
fine. It's actually cohesive. You're going in a nice linear route. Don't worry.
So, when I started going to rehab, it was actually in LA. And this
Yay.
was back when the insurance companies would recycle you because they were making so much money that they would pay for, you to live in sober living. They would buy your ticket out there. And in my first rehab, I met a guy that I had dated, or not dated, but I met him there and started dating him. And that's a terrible idea. If anybody ever goes to rehab, you shouldn't do that. But he ended up becoming my running buddy. And we tried getting clean together, but it just didn't work. And we ended up kind of like feeding each other's addictions. So I ended up being homeless on Skid Row out there with him
Oh.
for about 2 years. I lived on 5th and San Pedro, right across from the Mission.
Hmm.
And that was really gnarly.
For those of you
um,
who don't know, Skid Row it's rough. Like, it's a lot of homeless. They have tents there. I mean, it's basically now it's a tent city. A lot of drugs, crime. It's scary and dangerous. So, yeah, that's rough, especially for someone who's like you too. You're tiny, cute,
yeah,
and yeah, oh, that's so dangerous.
yeah. So I'm pretty sure I'm the only white girl too that they ever handed a tent to and said set up shop. Cause like I scared them out there, like which is impressive, I guess, because they were like real scary gangbangers.
Hmm.
But like I wanted to die. Like I did not want to live, and like they knew that. And I guess due to that, they respected me. It was really weird.
Yeah, well,
Um,
they say that someone who isn't afraid of death isn't afraid of anything. So it's scary
yeah.
because it's no telling what you will do because you have no fear. It's like, whatever.
Yeah, and like at this point I was an atheist. Like
Hmm.
I didn't believe that there was anything. Um I had a time, I think this was 2012 or 2014. This is going to sound random, but it has context later.
Okay.
So I was in a motel room with this guy, and we had been up for 5 days shooting heroin and meth. So when you're up that long, you go into psychosis. And we both like were in our hotel room and shared the same like I always say it wrong. Vision, hallucination. There we
Hmm.
go. There's actually like a scientific term for it. It's called folia ado. It's like extremely rare. So in the hotel room, there was this bald guy, and he was sitting in next to the motel room, and he was talking about guineas and gays, and that's what we called wife beaters and Gatorades.
Okay.
So it was weird. We both thought that we had met in the circus. Like we didn't know who we were. Like I had met him that night and I was like a acrobat or something. So in 2018, I was living in Staten Island with him, and I really wanted to die because it had just been like 6 years straight of this. And like I didn't think that I was gonna get it. And it was April of 2018. I started mixing Xanax with heroin because that will stop your heart. So I overdosed 11 times that month, and he had left me in the house to go, score dope. and I was taking a bath, and I had just shot up, but I had also taken a couple bars. So I overdosed while the bathroom water was running. And when he came back, it was hours later. And EMS got called. I was purple, like I was dead basically, and they resuscitated me, but I had flooded out our apartment from the bathtub running for hours on end. And EMS was just like shocked that I didn't like roll over and like drown myself. Um, when I died, it was like really scary
Mhm.
because it was just pitch black and no noise. But I was falling. It was just like this endless fall. And I could feel the wind like rushing past me. Like it really disturbed me because like I always thought that death would be like the peace,
Mhm.
and it like wasn't. It was like this scary like purgatory void with like no ending. So when I came out of that, I was like, okay, I guess I'm agnostic now, you know. Um I was so pissed that I couldn't die. I had overdosed 32 times. And like I just kind of threw my hands up in the air and was like, okay, for whatever reason, I'm supposed to be here. Like, I've proved this time and time again, like, I can't die. Like, obviously, like, you can die,
Yeah.
but, you know, like, there was something that was like making me not. And so I flew to Florida with no insurance and stayed in a halfway house, got a job, went to NA, and they told me there that, like, I needed a higher power, you know?
Mhm.
And so to be like a sarcastic little shithead, I ordered all of the books by Anton LaVey, and I was expecting like left-hand path stuff. I just didn't know what it was called at the time.
Mhm.
So I'm like, what is this? Like, I can't stand this, you know? I like Anton LaVey now. I just didn't understand what I was reading at the time, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
I got you.
Uh, so yeah, I ended up going to NA. I did 16 months fully like clean and sober in their eyes, where like I didn't drink, I didn't do drugs. And I ended up kind of getting shunned out of NA because that's when I found the witchcraft. So
Okay.
I would replace their just for today with my daily tarot cards. And I would start talking about like the spirits and like the demons. Like I just had no shame in my game, you know, and that kind of like shook people up, and it upset them too because it worked and it like proved their method wrong.
Yeah, that's sort of weird because you would think if the object is to help people get clean, get on their feet, live a better life, whatever works, works. Like, even if you may not agree with it, if it's something spiritual like that, like, okay, well, maybe we should learn more about it or something. That's so weird. But I do love how you were rebellious and like, I'm not going to do it this way, I'll do it this way.
Yeah.
But that's just so interesting that people would be upset about your method of recovery that
Yeah.
literally isn't hurting anyone. It's not even hurting you, it's helping you. So
Yeah.
odd. And I have to say hello to people real quick. So hello Josue, welcome. And Care Bear Bard of Cards. I don't know why that is such a tongue twister for me. Hello. And two Pondering Pagans. Hello. I think that is Mystic Salon. So, hi guys, welcome. Thank you for coming by and hanging out with us. If you have some questions, feel free to well, Kayla, would you be okay if someone asks a question or two?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you have some questions, feel free to ask. It's all good. So, okay. So, back to it. NA, they're mad at you because your methods are working and it's not quite Christian, we'll say.
Yeah, I mean, it was just so bizarre. Like, it broke their brains, you
Mhm.
know, because I was like, well, I can't beat my demons I might as well join them. And I took it quite literally. So,
Yeah.
but, I had gotten in touch with a guy in Canada, and he kind of taught me a few things. That's how I learned. So he had suggested that I start working with Belial, because he's like the breaker of chains,
Mhm.
and that's what I ended up doing. Um, like I always hear people say like talk mad scary about him. Like he can be stern, but like to me, he's like a stern, protective father in a sense.
Okay.
Like he
Now,
would kind of,
oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
oh no, you go.
Just curious, but how exactly do you work with Belial? Like, what did you do to contact Belial?
So what I would do is I started connecting to him through his sigil. And then my teacher would have me like vibrate his name a lot of times until I could feel the energy, kind of like the monk tonal things. Like it was real wild. And at first, like the energy was so overwhelming, like it would make me nauseous. But then I got used to it. A lot of my communication was through like dream recollection. So like he walked me through like, doing the sigil underneath the pillow and like requesting downloads, things like that, and like offerings. I would put my blood on his sigil and like burn it. And like he really helped heal my heart. Like I was really angry, and that was my main issue until like I overcame that. Like I didn't really solve my issues fully.
Mm-hmm.
So I like I said, I did the 16 months like fully clean and sober in the program's eyes. And after those 16 months, because I was 26, so like to me at the time, like it felt like, okay, well, I'm young, I can still go out and drink. And
Yeah.
so like I had improved my life, but it was just like one vice after the next. And like I was just in denial about the drinking being an issue. Um it was a really big issue. So I had relapsed on crack um back in 2021 for like a month. And when I was doing this, I heard Belial's chains like in my house. Like, and I know I was on crack at the time. So like obviously, there's some other things going on too, but I still believe that was him. Like it felt like hearing Gabriel's trumpets.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the wildest thing because I had so much crack left during this moment. And I handed it all to the person that I was using it with and just put it down like that. Like I feel like I kind of got like a second chance with him. So the drug use really kind of stopped in like late 2021. And then like I said, I shifted the vices to alcohol. So around 2022, I started having these weird dreams where it was just like this strobing flashing light, and it was pure sigil. And so I looked up his meaning, and I'm like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. Like his main thing is he discourages drunkenness. And so, he's about health and wellness too. So he had been bugging me for a while. I would have this dream repetitively, and I knew I needed to stop. And then I would keep pulling the lust card reversed in top. And if for anybody who knows what that card means reversed, it's like addiction in a sense, like overdoing things. And it wasn't until I'll have 2 years sober next month. So my fiance, he's a really good guy. And in the beginning, I was still drinking, but I didn't drink around him. There was a night where I uh I got real mean on the phone, and I woke up and I was just like, oh, this guy's not gonna put up with this. So I was able to put it down, and yeah, like beer kind of saved my life. One of the other key factors to it was on top of that, he came to me and showed me how I was gonna die. Like I was gonna die from like alcoholic complications basically if I hadn't stopped.
Mhm.
And it was really, really creepy because towards the end of it, I don't know if this is like your kidney down here, but like my lower, like it was really hurting and it scared me. Um, so yeah, like it's weird because like I said in 2022, the drug stuff kind of like fully stopped. Well,
Mhm.
I had a ritual chair in my room for Belial. And oh God, I didn't want to cry, but
No, it's
I
okay.
had this dream where I saw that bald man from the hotel room when I was using meth like years prior. And
Oh, wow. Oh no.
it was like smell, like it's like
Wait 1 second, Kayla.
what?
All of a sudden, internet went out for a second.
Oh.
Wow. It's back now, but that was weird.
So I had this dream where I saw him,
Mhm.
the same bald man that was in my room when I was in psychosis, the one that was talking about the guineas and the gays. And when I woke up, that same dude was in Belial's chair. And it was just like, I think they were with me like the whole time. Like, like I wasn't supposed to like die or like do any of that. And oh God, I hate crying.
No, it's
It's
okay.
just crazy to me because it's like I really shouldn't be here, you know? And like with everything that like I did, especially using, I should not have a clean record. And
Well,
every time like I got in trouble with the law, like weird magical things would happen. Like I would like get charged with something, go to court, be told I need to do this program, fail that program. And what the states told me was just to leave the state. Like there was no like consequence. It was crazy. Like that happens to nobody, you
yeah,
know?
I would say that it's proof that you should be here then, not that you shouldn't, you know.
Well, yeah, but like
And
just based off,
I
yeah.
know, but evidently, like you said, something is watching out for you, was watching out for you, still around you. And, you don't take it for granted. And yeah, you had a couple more chances than most, we'll say that. But it's a reason for it. So yeah, you should be here. You're supposed to be here. And maybe we don't exactly know why yet, but your purpose, it's not here yet, but it's a coming. And you know, look at you now. You have your second chance, for lack of a better word, and I said earlier, you look happy. And
Yeah.
coming from all of that, because that is rough. Getting off drugs and alcohol, that's tough. And the worst part is, it's still there. You shut it away, but it's still there. And
Yeah.
question for you about Buer. Like, he just showed up. Like, you didn't do anything. He just knock knock. I'm here.
Yeah. I mean, it was crazy. It was like he just showed up, just flashing strobe lights of nothing but his sigil. Like it was nuts.
That is
Like I
so
didn't know his
interesting.
sigil, I didn't know his symbol, and because I owned, the Ars Goetia, I recognized it when I was flipping through the books, and I'm like, ah. But I was scared to approach him because I didn't want to approach him like too early because I wasn't ready to stop drinking.
Yeah.
I ignored him for a couple years. he just kept knocking. Hello, hello.
Yeah, no, it's not going to go away once he's there. So just either answer the door and stop drinking, or deal with it. One or the other. So happy you opened the door, but this is just so wild to me. And you did share with me some of the legal stuff, we'll say, and
Yeah.
not to dive too deep into it, but if you're okay with it, what's one of the more memorable get out of jail free cards that happened to you?
Oh God, I call this story. It was, what do you call it? The manager of the store called it Christmas in July. So, I didn't do anything. I was like Robin Hood, right? Like I didn't rob from like people. I robbed from corporations. And so I got caught stealing at a Home Depot. And I got pulled into the office with like the security guards and everything with my ex. And my ex was just so stupid. Oh my God, he had no street smarts. I like, ugh. So it was just
I'm sorry. Did you
ridiculous.
guys see the annoyance there from her? She was just so annoyed. She's like, oh.
Yeah, this I've never seen anybody give strangers so many times money for drugs and let them walk away. Like the dude was dumb. But so the guy like caught us red-handed. We're on camera, the security people are in there, and like he was like, it's Christmas in July. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I was not expecting that outcome. So I gave the dude back all the stuff. And my ex is like, but it's our stuff though. Like still trying to take it. And I'm like, dude, yeah, no. And
Well,
then I rode around on a Kawasaki 300 Ninja,
mm,
all tweaked out and heroin chic in LA on the 405.
that's
No,
brave.
that was, yeah, I almost died so many times on that bike. It wasn't even funny. Like, it's not recommended to ride a motorcycle on drugs like that. You fall off.
Yeah, that's not good. Don't do that at all. Just know that is really brave. That's scary. But you also said that you wanted to die, which, that's a wild feeling because I guess at the time you felt dead inside anyway. You didn't like who you were.
Well, it wasn't that I didn't like who I was. It
Mm-hmm.
was just like that addiction was so like grappling.
Mm-hmm.
Like it wasn't living, it was existing. And so like, I mean, I was homeless the whole time I was in LA. Like when I wasn't on Skid Row and I needed a break from there, there was this house on Venice Beach. And Venice Beach was the best spot because they had showers. So like I would just put my bikini on and, take my shower that way every day. Like I was able to keep up with like hygiene and stuff there, which was nice. But I would sleep underneath this house, like, because they had a little slanted thing there. And I don't know if they still do it like this. They probably do, but there's a beach patrol there. Like after a certain point of time at night, you can't be on the beach. So I would sleep underneath there. And then this one you'll appreciate. When I had good days of hitting licks and I had a little bit of extra money, I would stay at the Cecil Hotel
Mm.
because it's literally right there. Like, I mean, and that place was cool.
Yeah,
I
for those who don't know, that hotel, it's a LA landmark and it's haunted at Sin. So,
I was too messed up to tell you if I experienced any hauntings, unfortunately. But when I first found out about it, I was super geeked out. And I ran up to the front receptionist person and I was like, "Is this the haunted hotel?" Yeah, they didn't like that response, but it was cheap. It was like $60 a night.
yeah.
And apparently each room, they have no room there that somebody hasn't died in.
I didn't know that. Hmm.
Yeah.
That's
That's
freaky.
where they found the elevator girl in the water
Yeah,
heater.
and Tower of Terror, I want to say is based off of it at Disneyland.
Yeah.
So, but that is insane. I mean,
Yeah.
seriously though, I am happy you made it out okay, but that's insane. And what about your family? Did you just stop all contact with them? Did they try to
E-
do anything?
So, like, my family didn't see my addiction because I left home so young,
Mhm.
but I was on their insurance until I was 26. So they had like an idea of what was going on with all the overdoses and bills that they were getting. Um, I have a really good relationship with them now. Like, I talk to my mom every single day, but I like shut them out when I was going through all of that because I didn't want them to see it. So, but
And
it's all good now, which is
okay,
nice.
and just curious, but did they know about the hardships of that freaking military school and going out into the woods and all that mess?
Yes, yes, they did.
Oh gosh. Yeah, we would have
Yeah,
a very interesting Thanksgiving if it were me.
yeah. No, like I said, my family and I have done like a lot of work with each other, and like we've forgiven each other now on both
Mhm.
sides. So like that's really cool. The other cool thing is my mom is like an avid Christian, like super about it. And I've opened up her mind a lot to the occult because she's seen what it's done for me.
Okay.
So it's kind of cool. Like I've been able to reshape her perspective on it.
Okay, so good. I mean, oftentimes I think when it comes to folks who are religious in the Abrahamic sense, I think it's a misunderstanding because they're taught to be afraid of everything.
Yeah.
And that's where the disconnect happens and a whole bunch of other nonsense. But that's awesome that she's open to it, and at the very least, she's not saying you're not my daughter, you're a heathen, get out of here, because
Yeah.
unfortunately so many other people they experience that, and it just sucks.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. Like she had a heart attack at first. Like you're doing what?
Hmm.
But that's always been me. I'm just like, I'm doing this and there's no shame in my game?
Yeah, I got you. And do you, if knowing what you know now, do you think you would have turned to the goetic entities earlier? It's like sooner in your life. Do you think that would have turned things around before you went through the overdoses and just the heavy drug use, the homelessness and all that?
I I don't know, to be honest with you. I can tell you with like the way that I used to be,
Mhm.
it would have been a terrible idea for me to try to contact those beings at that time.
Mhm.
So I
That's
think it's a
interesting.
blessing.
Yeah, so it's
But
almost like you had to go through mess to be open enough to
yeah,
not go through it. So very interesting. And still though, the fact that because you mentioning just darkness and falling, that's honestly quite scary, but I'm wondering like the symbology behind that. Like it has to be something symbolic there. And since you were revived, you didn't go fully to the other side or anything. I'm wondering if you were in a type of purgatory of darkness and you're in a waiting room, you know.
yeah. Like that's kind of what it felt like, to be honest with you.
Oh, that is freaky. Um, and how does your art, excuse me, let me rephrase this. Does your art reflect some of your past traumas and what you've gone through in life?
I don't think so. Like I haven't really gone down that rabbit hole yet. Like the way I got started into the art was through the Goetia.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like I said, I was using sigils to contact them, and it was suggested by my teacher to like start making paintings for them. And I just absolutely fell in love with the process of painting. And I noticed once I started doing that, the connection became like a lot stronger, like it was much more appreciated. Um, like Pune, for example. So I had reached out to him because like I wanted to get better at sales. And he's really good at like communication and wisdom. So I figured, that will do the trick for me, right? And when I started painting for him, it was so funny. I started seeing like shadows flying across my ceiling that like was his dragon body with the three heads. And that year when I reached out to him was like my best sales year ever. I did like well over six figures. It was wild. Like I had been in sales my whole life, but that was like real sales where it was commission, it was telephonic too. So like I didn't see the people and it was just a whole wild transition.
And that is pretty wild. And funny, you mentioning the dragon just reminded me of one of the few dreams that I actually remember. And it involved a giant black dragon. And yeah, and it was like these warriors all around it. They weren't attacking it or anything. It was like his warriors, like, yeah, this is my legion here. And
Yeah.
it wasn't quite samurai, but it wasn't European medieval knights either. It was just very weird. All black armor. He was in a village or something like that, and he wasn't destroying anything. He was carefully walking over everything, and it's
Yeah.
just a very powerful thing that I will never forget. So, you just triggered that memory for me. But
Yeah.
so here's something I think a lot of people will appreciate this. What's some advice you can give to people who are struggling with various drugs or alcoholism?
I mean, you're definitely not alone, like it's really hard, but like you have to kind of like want it or like something has to happen in order for you to want to get out of it. Like there are a ton of people who have been through the same thing that are like willing to help and be there for you. And like I think the biggest thing with getting sober or clean, whichever one you want to call it, is having a connection with a higher power. I don't think it matters like what connection, as long as you have something that you resonate with. I think that's really what will do it. And willpower.
Oh, yeah, willpower is very
Yeah.
that one's tough. Oh, you have a message here. Mystic says, Kayla, you have a different look about you, a different vibe than last I saw you. It's really nice. So,
Thank you.
see, I told you it's something different there. You know, you're vibing. And it
Yeah, I'm
feels
not.
good. Honestly, it really does feel good. It's nice energy. Not saying you didn't have nice energy before, but you could tell it's something
Well,
different.
I mean, I think anybody who's known me over the past 8 years, like I was real hot-headed and quick to temper, so
Yeah, yes. Um, so I know this isn't for everyone, but doing or looking into researching, studying, and honestly experiencing the goetic demons or entities, whatever you want to call them, like how does one approach that in a way of, can you help me heal? Can you show me a different path? How do you approach that?
I mean, like a lot of people in the occult community like to make it seem like these demons are just like talking to them on the side of their shoulders 24/7.
Mhm.
Like I can count on one hand how many times I've actually heard a voice in 8 years. Like I think the best way to contact them is through dream work and like meditation, because you have to be able to learn how to like calm your brain and be able to go into that astral realm to contact these beings. Because I think a lot of people think they just like pop out of a book or will just like magically appear. And it doesn't work like how it does in the movies, you know?
Yeah, everyone wants the shortcut. But
Yeah.
there is no shortcut, no shortcut to happiness. Oh, great book, by the way. It's a short story. I recommend everyone read it. Well, no, excuse me. That's the movie, Shortcut to Happiness. The book is, oh, what's his name? Someone versus the devil. It was a historic figure who was a lawyer. Whatever. Getting sidetracked. Let me get back here. Um,
Yeah, I
but
don't know. Oh, sorry.
oh no, go say your thought. You're the important one here. You're the
But
star.
no, just to piggyback off that thought, like for me, like it was really the art that connected me to them. Like honestly, like I know that sounds weird, but like it really, really did a good job. And like you don't have to be good at art to do it. Like they appreciate it either way. Yeah, it's just I love it. So
Well, you're giving your time and your energy. I think that's what's appreciated most. Like, it doesn't have to look good. Like we were joking earlier, I can't draw a stick figure right without it coming out crippled or something, But the fact that you're dedicating something to them, mostly your time, and you're really trying, that speaks volumes. And then, you know, people talk about sacrifice and all that, which sacrifices come in.
no,
Well,
no. So let me go in about that.
let
Can
me
I?
let me go. Like sacrifices come in different flavors and colors, and a sacrifice doesn't necessarily mean go out and kill a chicken, but you could sacrifice one of your demons, pun intended. So, for instance, you can sacrifice alcoholism. Like, let's kill this thing and let's better ourselves so we can better communicate here. So I can feel this. That's where I was going with this. See, you thought I was going somewhere else.
I did.
No, come on. You should know me better than that. Like, no, I'm not really into the take a life sacrifice. Oh, why did that flow so good? Hmm. Yeah, so
Yeah,
but and in a way that's what you're doing. You sacrificed and killed that drug habit, which is so difficult, and
yeah,
I commend you. It's not easy. And now you killed that alcohol. Those are sacrifices because you
yeah,
can easily give in and go back to where you were. And
yeah.
and that's the easy way. And it's like, why? I'm just really proud of you, man.
Oh, thank
Like,
you.
seriously, I am so proud of you.
Yeah, I don't even smoke weed anymore. Like, I just do the caffeine and the nicotine.
Um, well, you guys already know I don't smoke or anything like that, but on um on Sunday, oh my gosh, why am I blanking on the name? I'm getting old. I'm getting senile. But Mystic will say it, kratom and kava and kratom, whatever it's
Yeah,
called. I heard that was very good and it helps with addiction and such, to the point where I'm going to recommend it to a couple of people I know who are struggling with alcoholism.
I don't really agree with the use of kava or kratom just because
Oh,
it's derived from an opiate root.
the tea, right?
Yeah, all of it is. Like, I know people who use it. It's just like really expensive if you use it a lot. I don't know. For me, it didn't really do much. Like I've tried it, but that might also just be because I have a crazy high tolerance from my past.
Okay, so he's saying do not use concentrates. The 70H most know about, not the same. Okay. Well, I tell you guys this. I know diddly squat about it. If it's not lemonade, I don't know it. I can tell you some good
Yeah.
lemonade. That's about it. Um, we're going to be close to ending. So let's have some fun, shall we? Kayla, what, lemonade with a little bit of lavender syrup? Oh my God, so good. Okay, so Kayla, what are you doing now to, keep yourself on the straight and narrow?
So I've just kind of like dived headfirst back into my craft.
Mhm.
I'm really focusing on my art, which has been nice. I'm kind of painting the things that I want to paint. And I'm a stay-at-home wife now. So
Oh,
I'm just having a blast cooking and cleaning and doing the arts and crafts all day.
did you ever think you would enjoy that when you were younger?
No, I did not. I tell you what, the world got so crazy that it beat me down and I like just don't want to anymore. I'm like, no.
Okay. Is there any art you can share with us, or it's all secret for right now?
I just finished my wedding painting.
Ooh, can
Hold
we
on, I
see?
can show you.
Yes. All right, guys, we're gonna get a peek here at the wedding art.
So I'm gonna focus more on like neon vaporwave things.
I really like the neon colors. That looks
Yeah, and it
freaking awesome.
glows in the dark. It changes color with black light.
Oh, I like that. You did
That's
awesome.
thank you.
That looks good. I like that. I will steal that from you, so beware.
Yes. That's what you guys are going to be seeing from me going forward. I'm going to do like liminal space horror stuff
Oh, that's awesome.
with
And
some
it's
creepy demons in there.
it's a bit different for you too. This is like cuz some of your other art, it was kind of scary and spooky a little bit.
Yes.
And wow, so this is a interesting turn.
Well, so I've always loved using the neon colors. The other art that got like a lot of attention wasn't really my choice. I was painting for like a specific book.
Mhm.
So I loved doing it, but if I had had my way, there would have been a lot of neon colors in it.
Okay. And when are you going to write your book? Because your story needs to be written out and made into a TV movie or something.
I can't write, so
Yeah, if only you knew someone who could. That would be interesting.
cough, cough.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if
Are we
only.
going to collab, Melvin?
So, but I'm serious. You do need to write your story out and get that autobiography going because it's very interesting. Um, and I want to steal that painting. It's really good.
Thank you.
That
I
is,
had so much fun with it,
yeah,
which
and
is
that's the thing though. Like when it's fun, you probably get into your own little zone. Nothing else matters. Just like do 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 do. Ooh,
yeah,
Whereas if you're doing it for someone else, you get PO'd at yourself because you don't want to mess up. Then you got to hear
yeah.
their mouth. It's like, oh, is this what you want? What are you doing?
Yeah,
This
it's
isn't.
not.
It's like, and um, what are you working with currently from the Goetia? Are you still with oh Lord, are you still working with Belial or Bune or any other thing pop up, or you're just like whatever comes, or you're just solely focused on your art and your own personal rituals for yourself?
So I'm doing like a lot of like devotional work with Belial and Veer just out of like, thanks and gratitude. Um, I really want to go down like the dream magic scope a little bit further than what I've been doing. So I'm thinking I might reach out to, I'm gonna butcher his name, Decabara. I would have to spell it for you, but he's part of the Goetia. And he helps with like astral projection and dream magic. So I might be reaching out to that one soon.
You know what? If you do astral project and you're able to recall, you should do an image on that because I would love to see through your eyes everything that happened. If you could do that, that would be
So
so cool.
I actually did that. Like it wasn't like an astral, it was like a meditation I did using a sigil. This is from an order that I was in previously.
Ah, yes. I know the order.
Yes, you do. Um, but yeah, it was wild because part of this meditation was like you have to like pay attention before you fall asleep and enter the sleeping state. I think it's called the hypnogonic state.
Mm-hmm.
I need the 18.
Yeah, so a lot of, certain psychologists, psychiatrists, and others, they say that's actually the state that people who claim to be abducted by aliens are in, which I don't necessarily believe them, but oh, shoot.
Yeah, so I got sucked up into these tunnels
Look at
and I
that.
wasn't in it. Yeah, I wasn't in it long because the excitement of accomplishing the goal shook me out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like I hate to say it like this, but I mean, I got sucked up into what looked like a vagina, right? And I was like coated in blood, like an infernal baptism. It was really cool.
Oh, well, I don't know.
I loved it. I know that sounds crazy, but
Well, now we know you're a freak, but it's okay. Um, but that is honestly, that's really awesome. And that's, again, your art, beautiful. I love the colors. And yeah, I'm with Mystic. Ew, no offense, but kind of, I was thinking it was going somewhere else. It's like, oh, okay, I could deal with that. Oh, blood. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, I still don't really know what to make of it, but it felt welcoming. Like
Yeah.
it was like a okay, you're welcome here type thing.
Honestly, I guess you could see it as, well, I can't. No, you were sucked in, not out. I was going to say, well, I suppose you could see it as a birth, but no, you were the sperm. So that doesn't work that way. Oh, that's terrible. I didn't mean to say that aloud. Oh, no. Oh, I'm going to edit that out. Uh, but still, it's really cool. And, I love hearing your experiences. This is a different side of you. My gosh, where have you been? Darn it.
Was hiding drunk.
Yeah. So, well, no more. Okay. So just for fun, if I were, an occultist, which I always tell everyone I'm not, but if I were, and I'm getting into this, what being, entity, deity do you think I should reach out to, and who would I work best with?
I don't know how to answer that one because I can count on my fingers like who I've worked with. I feel like Buer would do well with you.
Pure.
You would do well with Buer because you're like, healthy and you don't do any of that stuff.
Okay, so
Fur. Actually, no. Let me take that back.
oh,
Fur.
Fur. Oh,
And I'll tell you why.
please do.
So Fur is like the demonic Cupid.
Oh,
Yeah, and he is really good at weather manipulation. That would be kind of cool.
okay. So you're gonna see the Crimson Bull manipulate some weather and get a hot goth chick, apparently.
Yeah, well, he'll bring you your love.
Yeah, no, no, because with my luck, it's gonna be some, well, like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
But
No, I think Fur for sure.
but yeah, I'll actually, you know what I'll do? I will research, look into them, and I will do a tell me about it because I haven't done one of those in so long, and I enjoy learning new things. The last tell me about it I did for Goetic Entity was Belial, and
Yeah.
something you said too. was like people say Belial is scary and, like, ooh, don't cross him. And I did come in contact with Belial, and I'm with you. He was not scary or anything like that. I think that's just projection. He came
Yeah.
across firm, but not scary. And he did me a favor, and the payment was to literally make a tell me about it. So I did
Yeah.
that. But yeah. And this is going to be where we end it, actually. Time is up, unfortunately, or fortunately. But Kayla, thank you so much for coming on again and opening up and being so candid, which I know isn't easy to do. You know,
Yeah.
it's just a very personal journey, and you sharing it with us is just really awesome. And I think there are people who I know for a fact are listening who are struggling with certain demons, we'll say. And,
Yeah.
hearing someone else who was able to beat them upside the head, it can be inspiring.
Well, I appreciate you having me on. It was fun.
Yeah, so gonna have to have you back on. Still want to do a ladies' night one of these days eventually. And yeah, so do you have anything else, anything coming up you want to push out, or you're just like, no, I'm good?
Nope, I'm just chilling now. There's no events coming up. I'm just living life. It's great.
Okay. And what about if people want to follow you just to see an update on your art or anything?
Yeah, so I'm on Facebook as Kayla Mavrakis, and then on Instagram, I think it's Kayla Mavrakis Art.
And those links are in the description below, so be sure to check them out, guys. And thank you all for hanging out and listening and chatting. Really appreciate it. Also, in the description, you can find links to the Unexplained Possibilities social medias. Go ahead and click them, and eventually I'll remember to update them. And with that said, remember, guys, there are things that go bump in the night. Go ahead and tell them hi. Bye, everybody. And we